Hello, it is your Astro Coach Sarah here for Wellness Astrology. This time for the moon in Aries, the sun is in Gemini. This is May 22nd through the 24th. So heading into this weekend, it's a 3-day weekend in the United States for some people. Not everybody takes a 3-day weekend. Not everybody, does Memorial Day, but many of us do. Federal things will be closed and whatnot. Okay, this is the moon in Aries. Aries is a fire sign. Gemini is an air sign. And so this is kind of one of our first flavors of what the energy may feel like for some time is heated. Heated, right? Heated and blowing because air. So one thing I'll say is I have already noticed, and I foresee this being an ongoing situation, but problems with road travel, driving travel, things like that. I don't know what's going on, but in Illinois, we have had more dust storms. I don't remember us having dust storms before. I blame the turbines, honestly. I think those things are stupid. Um, but I really only saw dust storms when I lived in Arizona. They called them dust devils, and they were cool watching them dance across the road. But now we're like starting to see like roads getting shut down due to dust storms. So what the fuck is that about? Um, but I feel like between the heat, the electric cars, the dust storms, fire, air. This could be an ongoing situation, particularly once we hit July and Uranus gets into Gemini, Gemini ruling short distance travel. So be aware, be conscientious on the roads, be conscientious if you're driving, all of those sorts of things. But this is, I mean, this is also, I'm going to say it again. I think I said this early on when Neptune entered Aries, that remember Neptune is the gas planet and be careful where you strike a match. This is a holiday weekend. It's a big boozing weekend. And so, people might be erratic, accidents, things like that. But be careful where you strike a match because there could be explosions, where you don't want there to be an explosion. And so, be aware if you're doing, a bonfire or cookout or something like that. Be aware of that. But in your physical body, be aware of things like inflammation and moving the energy and making sure that you're getting enough and the right kind of exercise. And so, I've talked a lot about like martial arts and exercise that uses your brain. So, martial arts or weightlifting or something like that that engages your brain versus meditative exercise like swimming, biking, running, those sorts of things. And so, for you, this could be pickleball or tennis or something like that that engages your brain, that makes you think about what you're doing, because that'll kind of diffuse the energy a little bit for you. And so, however that shows up for you, be aware of your nutrition, and eating inflammatory foods like nightshades, or corn or soy or sugar, in excess, and, if at all. And so things like that. Be aware of what you are consuming information wise. Is it causing you to feel upset? Because that can create, different types of things with your body, right? We take that for granted that information, entertainment doesn't affect us, but it does. And so you want to be kind of cognizant of those things. Things like that. So yoga, Pilates, martial arts, consuming, hydration type things, whether that's hydrating foods or hydrating beverages versus things that would dehydrate you, because dehydration causes more inflammation, which makes us irritable and all of the things. So there's that. And so going into this weekend with this moon in Aries, like I said, just be cognizant of what your body needs, and whatnot. And so I live in an area where bar hopping Jeep runs is like their main social activity for the summer. I think it is the most boring, pathetic thing, but there's like literally nothing else to do in this area. I don't participate because I don't drink and I don't care. But you know, I do my own thing basically, which means exercise and hydration, nutrition, all of those sorts of things. Oh yeah, and that too. Watch your iron, your blood, your iron, your energy level, all of those things. Supplement where needed, consult a doctor where needed, get your blood work done. Talked about that before. Things like that. So that's kind of the tail of the tape for this moon in Aries. This is also the last moon transit before Saturn moves into Aries, which starts in, this is through the 24th, starts like literally less than a day. It'll start with the moon in Taurus, which will be the next video. But so this is Saturn at the final moments of Pisces for now. Saturn will retrograde back into Pisces in the fall. And so, you know, this could mean some interesting dynamic with Saturn, things related to time, things related to rules and restrictions. This could be where things start coming out about like astrologers being some sort of way. You know, people who practice spirituality and kind of getting like revealed, or there's a lot of really hocus pocus woo-woo practitioners out there. And yeah, so just kind of be cognizant if you're following any kind of like clickbait tarot readers, um, you know, stuff like that. There's a lot of people who do tarot and use clickbait, meaning they give you like a super cool tagline, like you're gonna find your most true love, or you're gonna find the job of your life, and all that bullshit. Um, you know, that kind of thing could be a factor coming up here with Saturn at the witching hour of, well, maybe that was a poor choice of words, but at the final degree, final minutes of Pisces, before Saturn makes its move into Aries. I think that's going to change the vibe. I mean, be aware that that might change the vibe on Sunday. And so we'll talk about that in the Moon and Taurus video, but be kind of heads up about it, with this, you know, the 22nd through the 24th, like the energy might be already changing. I know when Neptune was moving into Aries, I felt that shit like 2 weeks ahead of time. And so I feel like I'm feeling the energy of Saturn in Aries already, but who knows? But and I also don't want to jinx it because it's good. But anyway, so we'll talk more about Saturn moving into Aries in the next video, and things to come with that. But for this weekend, I would say just be very cognizant of accidents, not only on the roads, but accidents with, you know, something to do with blood, cutting. Be careful washing your sharps. You know, be cognizant of these things. You know, go a little bit slower. This energy can also be very zippity zappity fast, and so you may have to be more on your intention of slowing down and taking some rest time. Those of us who have more water and earth in our charts, this energy could kind of whisk you away, and you can forget to take your rest time, and whatnot. And so, you know, be cognizant of that, you know, to not get so whisked away by, you know, the need or the obligation to just go when you really need to slow down, sit and appreciate the moment, or take a nap or take a rest, get recalibrated, all of those sorts of things. So there is a lot going on energetically, and there's going to be a continued amount going on. Gemini is also about truth. And Neptune in Aries has kind of ripped the band-aid off of a lot of things, or ripped the rose-colored glasses off of a lot of things. And so things are getting revealed right, left, and sideways, maybe in your personal life, maybe in the political theater sector. And so just kind of be be cognizant, be aware, watch yourself, protect yourself energetically, physically, mentally, all of the things. So let's see what's up with the tarot for this moon in Aries. Last moments of Saturn in Pisces for the moment. So let's see what's up with the Star Trek Next Gen Tarot. Um, I'll definitely be, hopefully I have all of the sun and rising sign videos done by the time this video airs. So definitely check out my YouTube feed for the 3-year outlook 2025 to 2028 sun and rising signs and the Gemini season sun and rising signs for the Gemini new moon and the Sagittarius full moon. Hopefully by this date of this video being published, those videos are complete and uploaded to my channel. And then of course, if you want to work with me, I definitely recommend it. Definitely think it's good, it's fun. You can learn a lot about yourself, learn a lot about astrology, and all of those sorts of things. We got the Fool upright. Well, I kind of like that. This is data, of course. I kind of like this because this is the moon in Aries right before Saturn moves into Aries. We have Neptune here, we got Venus here. Um, and the newness, the newness, right? There's some curiosity, there's some trying things just cuz, right? This is kind of a good moment to chuck spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. But boldly putting yourself out there in ways that you never thought you would. This is a really good moment to do that because we have so much new energy happening. But knowing that whatever you're putting out there is probably going to be like long haul, processes and whatnot, or what you put out there boldly could uh, affect you in a positive way for the long term. Remember, Uranus is passing Algol and heading into the Pleiades. And so those of you who resonate with that energy, maybe you're getting some hits and some powerful downloads and some powerful nudges and some very obvious synchronicities that you're in the right groove, that you're going the right direction, and something worth exploring. At this point in the game, you are not going to need to force anything. It's a matter of you're getting the information in your head, the download in your head, and now it's time to just boldly put it out there like, so I'm a writer now, or I'm a comic book publisher now. What else? I'm a software developer now. I developed an app, or it's a moment to put yourself out there very boldly and really do something with it. The Chariot in reverse. Nobody's coming to save you. I love it when I draw this card. Honestly, this is literally one of my favorite, especially in reverse, because this is literally like I get to say it. No one's coming to save you. I'm going to say something that's going to sound really ice cold. But I want you to understand that I mean it from love. Nobody gives two shits about your trauma. Nobody gives two shits about your abuse story. I'm not saying don't share your story. I'm saying nobody cares about why that. Okay, I could actually back this up a little bit and tell you two stories in one story. Okay. So I have some high school friends who have each of them has two children. And the the biological fathers of these children are literal pieces of shit. Like they have not done anything. They've been on drugs. They've been, not supportive, not in a positive parenting role for their children. And all four of these kids from my high school friends have grown up, and you wouldn't even know that they had dads who were pieces of trash, because the four kids are the nicest, kindest, in many ways very successful children, now young adults, because I think they're all in their late 20s, early 30s, young adults they're very respectful, they're very kind, they're very courteous, and they're doing good things, positive things with their life. You would not look at these children and think that their dads didn't support them, that their dads, were complete assholes to their moms, all of those things. Now, both of these people that I know have since remarried, wonderful, wonderful spouses. But the children of these high school friends of mine have turned out really well. And I kind of just looked around at that and thought about many situations that I know of where young adults tend to, or even people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, well, my dad was this, or my mom was this, or this, that, and the other thing. Nobody cares. The point is, can you transcend or transmute that into you saying, fuck my generational bullshit, fuck my parents, fuck this, fuck that, and actually go on to do something powerful and successful with your life? Because let's face it, all of us had rotten parents. Not all of our parents have been rotten, but all of us had at least one rotten parent who doesn't support us, who doesn't see us for the beautiful children that we are, even though we're their biological children. But that does not mean that we can't go be successful and do something powerful in the world and be nice and be courteous and hold the door and help somebody out and, do all the nice things and be kind to each other. So this Chariot in reverse, nobody's coming to save you. That whole victim, whatever you've been through is over. We've all been through shit. We've all been traumatized. We've all been abused in some capacity. It's okay. Transcend it, transmute it, shift it. Go read The Alchemist. Alchemize that. Turn it into gold. Make it the reason why you hustle to be successful. Make that the reason that you marry somebody or date somebody who is good to you, who holds the door, who brings you a coffee, who brings you your favorite ice cream, who brings you, I don't know, buys your clothes if you're a dude. I guess dudes like that if when their wives buy their clothes. The couple guys that I know who do love that their women buy their clothes because they, whatever, they run their socks out. So I like this. I like the fact that we got the Fool upright and the Chariot in reverse. Go be yourself. Go be a Data. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Data was weird, right? In many capacities. The Chariot in reverse. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to let you waller on their shoulder to tell you that it's okay. I understand what you've been through. We all get what you've been through. We all get what you've been through because we've all been through something very similar. Maybe not quite the same, but we've all been through something very similar. And I feel like with this fire and air energy, it's so good because now we're like, okay, I don't have to be like, I don't have to trauma bond with you. We got to get past these trauma bond friendships where we constantly talk about all of the crap that we've been through. Blah, 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 blah. We have an opportunity to change it up. We have an opportunity to let all that shit go and move on to something new and find some good in humanity. So take what you want from those stories about my friends' kids, because my friends have great kids, even though their kids have crappy dads. And in the Divine Feminine Wisdom, we got, oh goodness. I don't know why I chose this deck. I always have problems pronouncing these words. So, okay. Penthesilea. Penthesilea. That's how it's pronounced. Penthesilea. And this is the Amazon. Oh, I like it. The rainforest. Appreciating the earth. going after, knowing that it looks like she is pointing her arrow upward. Oh, I kind of like this. She's got like the bow and arrow going on, pointing it upward. Opposite of Gemini is Sagittarius. Sagittarius trines Aries. Um, yeah, I like that. Shoot for the stars. Go for it. The fuck is stopping you? So you had a shitty childhood. So you had some trauma. We all did. Get over it. I keep wanting to say like nobody cares about your trauma, but it's like I care and I understand you've been through some shit. But like at what point do you grow up, get over it, and hustle? Because you're like, screw it, I'm gonna go after what I want. Guys, I'm an astrologer and I don't work 40 plus hours a week. And I come from a family who works way more than that. These people think I'm lazy. I don't give a shit. I know I'm not lazy because a lazy person doesn't put a video on YouTube every other day and all that. So no one's coming to save you. Go be curious. Go be a fool. Go wave your freak flag in the world of chaos and have fun and enjoy it and all of the things. Go shoot for the stars. So all right. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I will have a great weekend and all of those things. And I will talk to you on the next one. Take care.